my sweet, so won't you come with me? There's oh so much to show in this grimdark distillery. So if you like bullshit and want some hobby tips, this nightmare priest nigh unbinary herald magnificent welcomes you. Hello, my sweets. Hi, Mowgli. Hi, Possum. Hey, Togram. Hey, Greebles. The gang's all here. All right, so we're going to do the same thing we pretty much did this morning and start cutting some little nails. Oh, boy. I got a decent amount done on all the stuff that I was trying to work on earlier. So I guess I could show a little bit of that. I'll grab the castle. So yeah, here is the entrance. The castle gate. As I breathe. Oh no. That part kind of looks like it might have gotten stamped. But yeah, pretty happy with it. I'll zoom out a little bit. Yeah. Pretty excited. Thank you. Hi, Possum. Yeah, pretty much I just added the mud on there. Mud on the door. I got some rust, and I started putting dirt and dust deposits. I'm gonna have to do something about that because I feel like it is. Yep, it has come loose. So we will have to pin that probably. It still smells like enamel. Yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how it looks. Pretty solid. Looks real dirty. I got the mud that is along the base on. It's pretty crusty. I got it on all of the buildings, all the wall parts. So just pretty much from there, I just have to do a little more weathering. But yeah, it's getting there. The watchtower I think looks pretty solid. Looks pretty much like a tall watchtower covered in mud on the sides. But yeah. And I'll show a building. I think the building turned out pretty solid with the mud and whatnot. Pretty cool. A little bit of trail going in the little hallways. Yeah, just had to wait for that to dry, but it looks like it's finally dry. It's very crusty. So, back to the grief at hand, as they say. Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza, absolutely. How are you all? Everyone have a good day at work? Hopefully. Hi all. Hi Dark. Ah, well, wonderful to have you, even as just a listener. Now Dark's at work. They forgot half our truck. Oh, well. Well, that could be fun or not fun. It just depends. If it isn't the Minister of Slopaganda. Yes, I had a good day at work. Well, good, Mowgli. I'm glad to hear that. All right, so I am really going to try to finish this up. I feel like it's been going on for a hot minute, but it does take time, so I don't want to rush anything. Glad you had a good day, Mowgli. I imagine if you had a bad day today, it would have been really bad. Yeah. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, you had the feds. Had the feds in there. We would have to force Eli into the robot to go fight the Fetties. Man. You don't gotta convince me. If there's ever a time period that, like, I don't know what the situation would be. I imagine that Theo and Margot will be like, Dad, get in the robot. It'll be like reverse Evangelioning me. Yeah, we would not have had jobs. Yeah, that would. I'm glad that didn't happen. That's why they are there, to make sure we are legal. Yeah, that is true. Do you ever get like the call of the void while they're there to be like, hey, you guys want to see something wild? And then just do something really very reckless and dangerous. I often got that whenever corporate was at my job. Often I fought the urge though. The urge. Well, let me smoke the product in front of them. Hey, check this out. Nah, yeah, we do all the stuff right here in house while doing the stuff. Yeah, I'm sure they'd love that. I mean, I don't know. I would think they probably would not love that at all. Then again, I don't know. I'm not a fetty. All right, it's a lot of nails, but I made a lot of nails earlier and it wasn't enough nails. They show up wearing body cams. Oh yeah, so they're not there. They're not there for you to do any jokes, like just ripping fat clouds. Hmm, that's a pity. Show up wearing body cams, man. It's like they don't trust you at all. What the hell? Hi, Margot. Hey, what's up? Margot's over here, got her little nose going. She's smelling something. And now she's leaving. She's like, nah, smells suspicious. Smells funny. Somebody's wearing a wire. Alrighty. They are called the Oklahoma Medical Marijuana Authority. The Toma. TOMMA. Yes. Oma. Oma. Isn't that grandma? Like in German? Uma? Oma? I think it's Oma. Oma and Opa. Hmm. Oma. Okay, yeah, I speak English. I dated a girl who was half German. She was very fluent. And when you did not know that she could speak German, it was always funny when she would bust it out. Typically on like a phone call with one of her grandparents that only speak German. So. Alrighty. Time to do some drilling. Little drilling. And just a little bit of drilling. Well, let's go ahead and mark out where these drills are going to go. Thinking right here. Beep. I need a little bigger beep than that. Beep. Right there, maybe. Beep. There. Here. Probably over there, of course. Can't forget here. Maybe there. Up there. Although everyone else in the room whips their head. You speak German? Yeah. Ich bin liebe dich. I know that. I'm loved. I had a little button that said that. Ich bin liebe dich. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll drill those holes and see where we are. Oh, grief. You and those piggies always poking stuff, keeping me from rotating you properly. Man, I'm ready to move on to painting this bad boy. It's been a hot minute. Greeblin and Grebo are back at it again. So I don't have to have any music in the background. I have the sweet, sweet song of my children. Alrighty. Let's see. Putting some holes in grief songs. Something like that. Played a little Sekiro. Took a break and did that. Good game. Would recommend. Paper's a little crusty. Hey, all, any ideas for that Slaanesh Warband color scheme I spoke to you about? Still can't figure one out. I was tempted by a flayed raw meat look. Worried it would be too cornate. I think you could definitely do that and it would still come off as Slaaneshi, but I don't know. Gold is also always a good choice. Gold would be a really solid choice. Like fleshy, but instead of like meat, like the armor is gold. Or like pearlescent, that could be really cool. Almost like a, yeah, mother of pearl. Or like a jade green, a dark green. Could also be fun. Flesh would be cool though. I think it could be done and not instantly read as cornate. But it might. People might assume. I don't think it would. I don't know. I don't associate just like raw musculature with corn. So I think it just depends. I think you could do it and it could look very, very much like a Slaanesh brain. Just gotta make sure it looks messed up in other ways. Black and like a pale color are typically associated. I would not say pink though, because I feel like that's kind of overdone. Any like real bright colors though also would be really solid. And read is very Slaanesh. Hey Eli. That said hey Eli, not hail. But yeah, I think any of those would be cool. But I also think that like just doing it flash would be cool, and would look. I think that would look okay. Like wouldn't just read as cornate I think I don't think of like it being corn until it's just like, yep, just blood and brass. Uh, those are the things, like blood red and brass are the two that I just assume when I see those. It's like, okay, corn. All right, get in there. There we go. The Flawless Host, I think, is like a very light peach, like a salmon color. I was gonna say salmon. Salmon color would be good. There is a Turbo Dork paint that is metallic, I think called Sakura Bloom, or it might just be Sakura, but it's a very, like a metallic peach. Did I drill that hole? Yeah. Just feels like it's not really going in there. Did I bend that nail? I did. Alright, well that one's got to come out now. But I'll just cut it. Public poll had Punishers and Violators with popular. The former is like a bone color with black skeletal decals. Yeah. The Violator is like a blue violet with a silver. Yep. Remember that. I want to avoid pink since I'm doing a generic and British children commission, so those are pink. Yeah. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, post heresy and British children are typically all pink. And yeah, that would definitely read as that. Do you use color theory? I don't know if that is for me or for dark. I do sometimes. I do. I mean, I do. Yeah, I guess I do. I guess I just do. It just depends. Sometimes. Oh no, even avoiding it. But yeah. Yes. I do. I like to use. So color theory is definitely. There's a lot of different ways that you could take that. Complementing colors, contrasting colors, trying to stay in the same like paint scheme, but also using like one or two colors to like really pop. I don't so much with like anything organic looking really. I like to use it colliding colors. Yeah. Colliding, contrasting. Greeblin says, feed me. I'll come feed you in a second, Greeblin. With like fleshy stuff, I typically don't. I try to just go for something very natural or unnatural. Just depends. Yeah, Greeblin's hungry. Oh, I gotta feed the Greeblin. But at least I'm using all this filament that came off the spool. Haha. We're working through it. It's almost been all gobbled up. Only like 16 more rolls of small rolls. All right, where were we? Yes. Yeah, no, color theory is definitely something to keep in mind, depending on what you're wanting to convey. A lot of stuff, also, depending on if you're going for something canonical or not. With Warhammer, a lot of things like Emperor's Children have a specific color to them. Well, like most of the armies have specific colors. If you're doing something original, though, that would definitely, color theory would be something you kind of want to keep in mind to some extent. or lack thereof for things like Converse Children. If you're wanting things to be very discordant and visually upsetting. Yeah. Okay. Any other holes that I already drilled? So I hear a noise over there. I'm like, what are you doing, Greenland? Is that a hole? That's a hole. I feel like these might be going a little bit quicker. Perhaps. Maybe it just feels like it's quicker though because it's not early in the morning. How about you, Dark? Do you use much color theory? I think, yeah, it just depends. For anything with like a set legion, they typically already have colors assigned for them in like the lore. But you still often use color theory when trying to figure out like tertiary colors. Typically, you will want to have your primary. See, I was tempted to go for black, but instead of piecemeal pink like generic EC, that slid right through, huh? Piecemeal like generic EC, I do raw musculature there instead. I think that'd be cool. I workshop the names, the Flayed Princes or the Choir Demented something. Yeah, I go for temperature and texture rather than color theory. I just pick colors that look good together, and I think that's just color theory but in disguise. Yeah, so I was gonna say, I think typically if you find something you're like, oh wow, I think these two colors look together, it's probably got some color theory going on there, whether intentional or not. Which can happen. Your eyes naturally, I mean, that's pretty much like color theory in a nutshell. It's just understanding why certain colors look good together, which is typically contrasts or complementing. I'm not the best one to teach color theory, but I do have a basis of knowledge. Definitely want to try to have somewhat similar to the same amount of nails on this side. Doesn't need to be exact though. We're just going for a whole lot of nails. Disturbing look. It's disturbing. That feels like it's right on a piece of metal, but we'll see. I feel like it is. Or it's just really, really, really firm epoxy sculpt. Yeah. And that angle is just awful. There we go. Your grief is going to be very fleshy and red meat. And lots of dark, 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 dark black. Abyssal. There went a piece of a rib. But I'm glad that the pin vise didn't go in my hand. So we'll call it a win. Up right there. Okay. At risk of being self-indulgent, I try and make schemes invoke a feeling or attitude, less comparing, contrasting, colliding, and more, oh, that looks really painful. Or that looks gross or somber. Yeah, no, and I get that entirely. But all I do is chaos stuff, so figures. And that definitely is a good way to go about doing that, for sure. Trying to make things that just seem like they should be the right colors. Yeah, and especially if it's like really mutated or rotten, anything like that. There's a whole lot of colors that go with that. Yeah, I think it would definitely just, I use a lot of reference of what is something that this kind of looks like in real life. And I see what kind of colors are typically there and go for that. There we go. I like doing lots of dark colors, but I also like doing really, really, really bright stuff. I'm excited to paint my cacophony for Heresy. They are going to be awful. Cacophonous, one could say. But shit. Well, there went an eyeball. Was not glued on very well. Maybe that's a sign. There we go. Whole lot of little nails. Yeah, I really want to, now that I'm thinking about it, man, pearlescent would be really cool. There's a really good color from Turbo Dork called Mother Load that is like a pearlescent, like mother of pearl kind of color. That would be really cool. With like a black metallic trim. This has got mud on it. Get off of there. What are you doing? Alrighty. Almost there. Okay. One right here. Still need some more. was almost bad. Slipping and sliding. Ooh, a little jumpy. There we go. Yeah, that's looking good. Alrighty. Just definitely need some back here. Man, it's under. Thank you. I'm really excited. Just really got to finish putting some green stuff around those teeth and eyes on the base, and I think I'll be ready for paint. It's just these last little holes are pretty difficult to drill without messing up the rest of grief. Every time it makes like a popping noise, I'm just like, ugh. Hopefully any of that was helpful, Dark. I was trying. I'm very excited to finish grief though. There. Come on. Need one right there. That is going to be very difficult of an angle. Let's see if we can make it work. Part of the problem is now it's just covered in pins. But maybe that's not so much a problem as it is a solution. Maybe. Just inspirational, one of those inspirational quote posters for work. It's just grief. It's just like problems, solutions. Question mark? Pins. Lots of pins. When grief closes the door, maybe he also breaks in a window. Who's to say? I think that looks pretty even. There's a couple spots over here that could probably use some more. Like that little hole I accidentally made, it's just going to get a pin too. And right there could be a pin. And maybe right here. Definitely am trying to get it pretty balanced in that there's enough on each side that it looks right. I think I already made a hole there. Aha! Oh yeah, I wrapped this thing in wire too. That's also probably what I'm hitting. Most likely. That's good. Those are good pins. Okay. One more right there. I'm gonna angle this one, kind of going up. Yep. This one's gonna be angled down. Just definitely want a good variation. Then I got another spot right here. Again, gotta go up with it. And get it not stuck in my fingernail. There we go. Let me make sure I'm in focus on here. Yeah, that's the one I was looking at. Yeah, pretty gnarly. Thinking they're starting to look pretty even. Probably I'm going to put some right at the very top. I think I've gotten most of it. Pretty much where I want it. I'm going to put one back there. That went deep. Okay. And maybe back here. Probably want one. That way it looks like it's holding that flesh up. Because it technically will be. Yeah. I think one more right on that side, up near the very tippity top. Yeah. Alrighty. That's a lot of nails. Oh boy, that's a lot of pins. There's a spot right there where I feel like there needs to be one. fact that it's kind of hard to get to makes me think it needs to be there even more. There, and maybe here. Maybe there. No, I think there. No, let me put the other one in there real quick before I make one more hole. Yeah, thank you. I'm very excited about it. Really excited to finish this bad boy. It's been a hot minute working on them. Oh grief, you and these pins. Well, shit. Give me the pin. Give it. Well, shit. Shit. There we go. That needs to be adjusted so it's not matching the same angle as the other one. There we go. That's better. Put a little more super glue on there. Whale shit. Some big shit. Whale shit. All right, I think. Oh, I found another hole over on that side. Might as well put a pin in it. I found a couple more holes on that side. What the hell? Did I just not put pins in those? Looking good there, Griefy. Oh, Griefy boy. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's a bunch more holes on that side. All right. Well, we'll make a few more pins. Because now that I see them, they definitely need to be filled. How many holes we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe 7, maybe 8. Good grief. Very pokey. Very pokey. All the pokey, all the time. Like a poke bowl. Not ball. Bowl. Which I believe is like a sushi bowl. Similar concepts. Yeah, I'm guessing I did not finish putting nails in these holes because these are definitely pre-drilled holes. So I'm guessing Morning Eli did that. That guy. Never finishes his shit. Now I've got to deal with it. Yeah, poke bowls are some kind of seafood. Yeah, I was thinking it was like a deconstructed sushi bowl almost. Like rice. Almost sashimi-esque fish in it. See, one more hole down here. My shoulder or my elbow just bumped that Coke Zero. That would have been a travesty. All right, grief, where are we at? See, one more hole, one. Looks like just one. Which is great because, bam, I got one more little pin. Pin for your grief. All right. Let's give it a little. I was looking at that and I'm like, I feel like there's supposed to be a nail there. There is. It came out. What are you doing out of there? Get back in there. Crazy kid. I don't know how that didn't break anything. Very loud. Very loud little click. Okay. Now where'd that eyeball go? Somewhere back in there. I can see where it went. Right there. Well, I don't know why the hell I thought that would work. Let me just drop a little ball into the middle of this massive pile of stuff. Come on. Grief. Do the thing. We're gonna have to shake it. Well, it came out. Now where'd it go? Where's my eyeball? I don't have to open my beads again. Come on. There it is. Aha. Snap, snap, snap. Super's probably going to be dry by now. Nope. Son of a bitch. All right. Get stuck on the glue. There we go. Damn it, come on, man. Right there. That's what I'm talking about. Very poke. Yeah, poke bowls are some kind of seafood. Hell yeah. All right. That's what I like to hear. I love sushi. Sushi's great. I think that was one of the things, questions I was asked was last meal. Maybe sushi. I really like sushi. Alrighty. Cheeseburger also. Does sound great though. I think that was Roz's. I gotta say, seafood is very icky. I love seafood. Come on, Pop. You don't like seafood, Possum? I love seafood. Hate it. Really? Like all, like, so like fish, shrimp, like any kind of seafood? Up there with coffee for how the fuck do you people ingest this? Really? You don't like coffee either. So is that why you like to watch me drink the cold coffee? Because you don't like coffee and you're just like, all of this gross and tastes the same. Man. Man. Even like fresh seafood? You don't even like fresh seafood? I like it for the bit. I'm only in it for the bit. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm really happy with all these little nails. They look really good. Maybe we'll zoom out here. Show the people your pretty face, Grief. Hi, everybody. It's me, Grief. Beep, 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 beep. Jingling-a-ling-a-ling. Ooh, yeah, something like that. All right, I think it's probably time to make some green stuff and start filling in gaps. I had sushi in Kyoto and I hated it. Okay, well, I don't think there's anything I could say that would ever convince you otherwise. Then, I don't think you like sushi. Fair enough. Fair enough. Do we need some hair on these? I feel like we do. Even the cooked stuff was really gross. Man, Possum, I am so sad about that. You must really not like seafood. Because that sounds like you went to like seafood heaven and like, yeah, I don't know. If you didn't like that, I guess yeah, you don't like seafood, which is a darn shame. It's just a darn shame. I love seafood. And I guess I spent extra at the Titan sushi place we were at to not eat my food. Wow. They charge you extra if you don't eat your food? How does that work? If you're not going to eat the food, ooh, that's smoking. That was a chemical reaction there. That needs to be glued down. Probably. Yeah, they charge you based on color of plate, and if you don't eat everything, they upcharge you for wasting food. Damn. Yeah. Man. I'm just kind of sad that you didn't like the sushi. I bet that would have been really good. But if you don't like sushi, you don't like sushi. I get it. I get it. I don't like tomatoes. Lots of people like tomatoes. Physically cannot eat them. Get back in there, Grief Pin. I know you came out of this hole. You're going back in. You're going to jail. Pin jail. Okay, now for real though, I think we're good. Love sushi and tomatoes. See, Mowgli likes both. I love sushi. Cannot eat tomatoes. They're like the #1 thing on the list. Tomatoes are weird. I'll eat them in a sandwich, but if they're not perfect texture, it sucks. I never eat them outside of other foods. Yeah, I like ketchup. I like pasta sauce. I like anything where like I cannot see the flesh of the tomato. Like I'll eat salsa if it is like blended. Like it's just like a liquid. That's fine. But hoo boy, just the flavor of tomato. Ugh, it sends me into a blood craze. Blood frenzied. I get frenzied. All right, it's time to do some green stuff. Sculpting. Oh yeah, I'm gonna feed Greeblin. Oh, Greeblin, you hungry, hungry, hungry baby. Just eat all the filament all the time, you hungry baby. Get in there. Eat your filament. All right. Got Greeblin fed. You won't see me being down at Denethor 2 anytime soon? What is Denethor 2? Is that Blood Grace? Denethor the Second. I'm gonna have to look up what Denethor is. Oh, that guy. Son of a Steward of Gondor. He jumps off the entire, like the big city, and just falls forever. That's one way to go. He did hang out with the old worm tongue a long time. That's probably not good for your health. Worm tongue. Grima worm tongue. And Gandalf all yells at him. He's like, eh. I have not watched Lord of the Rings in a hot minute. Come on. We are now seeing late stage of why you should not put your green stuff in a mason jar this big. Come on. Get out of the jar. Well, this is just great. Now I've got yellow stuff all over my hands. Is that the right size ball? Pretty much. The scene where he has Pippin sing for him and he's munching on a small tomato. Yeah. Doesn't he hang out with the worm tongue? Isn't the worm tongue always like whispering in his ear forever? That is that same guy, right? I'm pretty sure. That's Theoden. Is that? Man, I've got these two guys completely mixed up. I clearly need to watch Lord of the Rings again. Or read it. And Edoras. And I said, Edoras, come in here. I can't find the remote. That's what I would say. Alrighty. I'm a little tired, but still I persist. These the same size? Pretty darn close. Maybe just a pinch more. That was too much of a pinch. Just a pinch less. There we go. Let's start filling in some teeth. Filling in the teeth. Just a little bit of water on there. Not too much. We're going to start trying to find spots to fill in. So we can get this guy painted. Yeah. That'll be fun. Well, have you seen Waterworld? I think, yes. So you did ask that, and I think I got distracted the other day. I have not. I've never seen Waterworld. Heard a lot of references to it, but I've never seen it. I might get some gloves. I don't want to have this all over my hands. Not gonna get my leg caught in there either. Ugh. Sitting too pretty in my chair. Can one sit too pretty? Perhaps. Perhaps not. I think I was. Too high up. Alrighty. I've not seen Waterworld. With the old Kevin Costner, isn't it? It's amazing. The only person with gills, and I just want to kill him for it. Yeah. Man. It'd be pretty cool to have gills. I really like the ocean. Opossum, do you like the ocean? Loves the ocean, hates everything in it. Oh, Kevin Costner. It would, especially if your whole world was water. Yeah, that would be awesome. I could see why they'd want to kill. Now, are they like jealous that he has gills, or are they like, you're bad because you have gills? It's probably that one. They're probably not jealous, or maybe they are, and that's just how they handle it. Did I drink all that? Yeah. Time for water. Yeah. So are they angry that he has gills? Like, because they want gills too? Or are they just like, no one should have gills? That tracks. That tracks. I could see that being the response to someone who had gills. Like, it's a bad omen. There's monsters under the... Oh, are there actual monsters? Like, because that's legit. They think he will too. Oh, man. So they think he's going to turn into a monster? Man. Okay, maybe it sounds like I need to watch Waterworld. This sounds pretty dope. I'm going to need more green stuff. I'm going to need a bigger boat. But not yet. I'll make these little eyeballs over here first. Turn it into a monster. Kevin Costner is a monster. Oh boy, it's going to be real fun sculpting in between all these little crevices. All the crevices. No, Charlie, don't go to the crevice. For the longest time, I thought him and Bruce Willis were the same person. Hell yeah. I like that. That is fun. I could see how you would think that. Man, I am trying to remember. There are two actors that I perpetually got their names wrong. One of them is Reginald VelJohnson. And every time I saw someone else, I'm like, oh, Reginald VelJohnson. It's just like, that's not his name. Like, I know, I just got their names mixed up every time. It's the guy that played Uncle Phil in The Fresh Prince, and I'm not going to remember his name. But for some reason, every time I saw that guy, I was just like, oh, Reginald VelJohnson. It's like, wait a minute, no, that's not his name. What's his name? They both play a very similar character, except in Die Hard. I love. Do you know who Gary Olson is? That name sounds really familiar. The name sounds really familiar. I'm gonna have to look him up. Gary Olson. Played in a ton of movies. I will look him up. I'll see I'll see if I know this man. Do I know this man? I'll zoom in a little bit on here so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Played Zorg in Fifth Element. Okay. That's kind of ringing a bell. Gary Olson. Let's find him. Gary Olson. English actor. Died in 2000. What all did you do? Tell me what you did, Hangman. Alice Through the Looking Glass. Okay, maybe I do not. I don't think I've seen any of this dude's movies. Oh shit, no, he was in Outland? Yeah, I mean, I know Outland. He played worker number 1 in Outland. Outland. Played Zorg in the Fifth Element? I don't see him listed under the Fifth Element. Unless I just passed that. I don't see it on his IMDb. Did I look up the right guy? Gary Oldman. Not Olson. Yeah, maybe a guy's name. Okay, yeah. Gary Oldman. Yes, I do know Gary Oldman. Gary Olson, I did not know. But now, now I know him. And he played a worker number 1 in Outland, which is, I believe, Sean Connery. He's like security on a mining facility. It's pretty good, grim dark vibes. I think that is a movie that I watched around the same time we watched Prospect, which, man, I would recommend that one. I really enjoyed Prospect. With good old shit. Now my brain's just completely not working. What is his name? Nobody tell me. I'm gonna guess it. Pedro Pascal. Gary Oldman is in everything. Yes, yeah, Gary Oldman. I know Gary Oldman, yes. Not in everything, but he is not in Outland. Well, maybe he is. Sean Connery. Yeah, I still have yet to watch Highlander, but my TV definitely knows that we talked about it because it's just like, you want to watch Highlander now, and I'm like, maybe not right now. That looks good. One eyeball down. Only a million more to go, eh? Hee hee hee. I'm gonna scooch down. You want to watch Junkhead. Exactly. See, it's just like, I don't have time for Highlander right now. I got a Junkhead to watch. I do need to finish watching that. I'm gonna definitely start it over because I feel like did not start it at the best time. So it's just like, I need to revisit that when I'm ready for it. I kind of want to watch Outland again now. I really want to watch Prospect again now that I'm thinking about it. Prospect is so rad. Very good, like hard sci-fi movie. And I love Pedro. So good old Pedro Pascal. Grablin, I hear you. Please calm down, my friend. Oh God, Grablin, what are you doing? No, Grablin, no, not the teeth. What are you doing? What are you doing, Grablin? Okay, just doing your thing, I guess. That's cool. That's cool. How about you, Grebo? 7 hours to go. That's my boy. Okay. Did you know Christopher Lambert didn't know English when they cast him? I did not. I had to learn a couple weeks. That's nuts. How do you learn English in a couple of weeks? That's very impressive. In just a matter of weeks, you too can learn English with Jumbo's 5-step program. No quits, no shortcuts. There we go. Trying to sculpt some gums that turn into eyeballs. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful eyes. Fune. Popping in for a quick hello before I go to work. Hello! Wonderful to have you. Fune. Yes, okay. Just had to say it a couple times. I really hope I'm not messing that up again. I need to write that down. That one's a hard one. Hard one for me to remember. I don't know why. I like to make sure I pronounce things right. Or do my best. It's the eyeball time. Get a nice little eyelid around it. Yeah. And another one on this side. Yeah. There we go. Now that looks beautiful. Just lots of little awful eyeballs. And teeth. Okay. Push it back up. Need to get my tool a little wet. A little lubricated with the Nivea hand cream. We're probably going to need more green stuff, I'm sure. But we'll handle that bridge when we get there. We're not there yet. We'll burn that bridge when we get to it. No more green stuff. I'm done. I only use rocks now. Sculpting in rocks. Walk me through the scene. What is Grief doing? Grief is just crawling, and as it's walking, awful flesh monstrosities. Every step that it takes, more awful things just burst from the ground and start wiggling their way into life. And that is what Grief does. It just makes other awful things show up. Births more traumas with every step. Classic Grief. Classic. Okay. Come on. There we go. Yummy tea. So yummy. I'll zoom in a little bit so we can see what I've been working on. So yeah, just been working on putting some eyelids around these eyes right here. And gums around those teeth. Gotta do that big eye and the other small eye right there. I really like that squiggly stick. Looks like entrails. Yeah, so that's they're very much supposed to be reminiscent of the Thing, like the dog kennel scene when all the tendrils come shooting out of the dog, wrap onto the other ones. I absolutely love these little pieces. They are the like gripping vines of some kind of plant that my neighbor has, but they are also on the gate. They're on that model. Just lots of weird little tendril things hanging out of it. Super scary. I like it. Hell yeah. I like the creepiness. I like the creepy things. All right. Yeah, this is not the most entertaining. I apologize. I'm just trying to get this bad boy wrapped up. Okay. Well, I'm trying to wrap it up. I'm thoroughly enjoying working on it, but it does have to be done at some point, that's for sure. Otherwise, I'll just drive myself crazy working on it forever, which I can definitely do. I know who I am. I have a penchant for doing that if I'm left to my own devices. Just like, oh, I'll do this, and then I'll do this, and then I'll do that, and this and that, and this and that, and then. Almost always accompanied by a SpongeBob reference. Grief jokes. Alrighty. Yeah. Smoothing that green stuff out very slowly so I don't have to redo everything I just did. Trying to build up a good eyelid. That looks good. Yeah. Fun. Zzz, zzz. That's where we're at so far. Got a couple little eyelids made. Now for a big one. I'm gonna grab. Okay, well, first I'm gonna see what the hell Greeblin's crying about again. Do the thing. Do it. Okay, it's doing it now. Classic Greeblin. I'm gonna make a little bit of epoxy sculpt just by itself. Is the green stuff coming out of that pin? The pin. Pin. Oh, so this is just a sculpting tool. So essentially I made that by mixing these two parts, yellow and blue. That makes the green and green stuff. And then epoxy sculpt is what, oh, okay, I thought I was tripping. Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, that's just a sculpting tool, a silicone shaper. Where the hell? There it is. Okay. So where did my other part of my epoxy sculpt go? We are going to need a good amount for that eyeball. I need to do some filling. So let me do a little bit of filling. That's probably too much. But maybe it'll work with that. Yeah, okay, we're good. Yeah, nah, you good, you good. We're gonna fill in that area behind that bone. And that way I don't use all the green stuff I made just on that one eyelid, because it's gonna take a good amount. And essentially I'm doing that because epoxy sculpt is just, one, it's cheaper, and I'm not going to need too much detail here. So I can push that in there, use it as a filler pretty much, and then we'll put the epoxy green over top of it because I'm going to want to sculpt with it. Push that back in there. Getting the crevice. Yeah. Okay, maybe just a smidgen more. Right there. Push that down. Let's try to make sure I do not touch the stuff that I just sculpted on the other side, because that is a thing that happens often. But made some pretty good progress. Definitely got a bunch more. Got the pinning done. Now it's just sculpting. So, oh boy, hand is itching inside my glove. Alrighty. Now for the eyeball. Put that right around there. Take my little pokey stick, poke, poke, poke. Okay, I'm going to merge that. Get a little bit more Nivea off my hand. I moved this big cup of water that I got on my desk for no reason. I was sipping on it. I was not. That's just really gross old paint water. Found out possum didn't like coffee, so I switched to old dirty paint water. I drink it. Okay. Poke, poke, poke. Get up in there. Yep, that looks good. Ariel, I have to make dinner and get my daughter ready for bed. My mental has been down lately, and your streams really help. Thank you. Oh, no problem. very, very glad to, to help. Absolutely, like that is part of the goal. Thank you so much for hanging out. And good luck. Good luck with your dinner and your daughter, and have a good night. While the bit would be entertaining, I don't think that one is sustainable. Have a good night, Mowgli. Yeah, I don't think so either. Eventually, I probably would get sick if I just kept drinking old paint water, especially because that's like enamel paint water, or maybe actually oils. Uh, See you all tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Bye, Mowgli. Thank you for joining us and hanging out. Bye, friend. Okay. I'm probably going to stop for too long myself. There we go. Who knew I just needed to make some little dips right there? Mm-hmm. Okay. Maybe get it a little bit wetter. See you tomorrow. Bye, friend. Yes, I like it. All right. So now, big eye, big old eyeball. Put this around there, and then we'll push it up. Push, push, push to the limit. In it to win it. Oh yeah. We had a tropical storm roll through last night, and it is quite muggy. Oh, muggy is the worst. But I am jelly that you had a storm. A storm was brewing, Possum. We haven't had a storm in a minute. I think we've got probably the one that you had, the tail end of it, coming in sometime next week, I think. But maybe not. It might be a different storm. They're not all related, but maybe they are. I don't know. Did this one have a name? I like when they have names. Tropical Storm Possum. Mario, was it really? That is fun. That is fun. Tropical Storm Mario. Tropical Storm Goopus. Mario is a fun name for a tropical storm. I like that a lot. Hopefully Mario did not destroy anyone, because then it will not be as fun. That's the not fun part about the storms brewing. Dead ass. Tropical storm dead ass. I am feeling pretty dead ass. I'm pretty tired. Might have to call it a bit here in a minute. Yes. But I feel like we got some progress done, some real progress done. And now we're making a real creepy eyeball. Yeah, I'm getting pretty sleepy. It's sinking in. I have been hobbying all day. For a lot of days. Whoa! No, the bone! Alright, well, we'll fix that. We'll fix that in post. I'll fix that here in just a second. Come on. Yeah, I definitely am starting to get sleepy. I don't want to break any more grief. That'll be a fix for morning, Eli. Morning Eli and evening Eli are perpetually fighting inside of me. %, humidity. That is awful. That sucks. It's fucking 86. Almost. That's awful, Possum. That's some Kentucky shit. I am sorry. Yeah, it's honestly, it's about that temperature outside here. We've always got that wonderful humidity. It's the old Mississippi. Arg. take. I mean, Mississippi should pay for that. Cut deal to Mississippi, and you're not even the state. Exactly. They should. You need to make them pay. If and you're willing to pay. I'd rather that worm come in here and eat you all alive. That's one of the best episodes of SpongeBob. It's the one with the Alaskan bullworm. I say that like you all don't all know that already. Possum, what's your favorite SpongeBob episode? Uh, 24. That's a hard question. The graveyard one is really good. The one where they kill the health inspector and they bury him, or the one where they dig up Schmitty, Werben, Jaegerman, Jensen. No, the one where they dig up the body. Yeah, that's good. I do love that one. Yeah, we just got a call about 2 ghouls burying a stiff out in Floater Cemetery. Better 86 those patties, crabs. I'm really liking that. That looks awful. Very cephalopod-esque, which I feel is very fitting. I need to scrape that just a little bit. No, the one where they dig up the body. Huh. That's the only one I can really remember. Oh my goodness, Possum. That's the only one you can remember? Oh. Were you not a big SpongeBob fan, Possum? It's okay if you're not. I make a lot of references to SpongeBob all the time. So, I apologize for that. I don't apologize for it. I take it back. SpongeBob's great. I'm a goofy goober. I watched it when I was younger. Yeah, no, I get that. We still every now and then get the old sponge boob. Clearly saying Richard, yeah, I do like that. You had that dream and you're like, never again, no more. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, yeah, that's looking really good. I need to stop here before I fuck that up. I'm really happy with that eyeball. All the little eyes and the gums and the teeth. Looking pretty darn good, I think. Yeah. Just a very large, vacant staring eyeball. And then I will put this stuff, and now we've been watching Bee and Bee and Puppy Cat's so good. I wish I had more of it, though. That's the only thing. I love Bee and Puppy Cat, though. Such a good show. The music's also absolute bangers. Bangers all around. Yeah, I want to keep working, but man, I'm afraid that I'm just going to start fucking up what I've already done, which means that it's definitely time for me to probably stop. Well pooped. Well pooped. And the yawns are kicking in. So, I remember watching it before it was a show. Oh, gotcha. See, we did not encounter it until it was already a television show. You've seen were you asking me? I think it was Mowgli, but it might have been you. The Midnight Gospel. I would really recommend that if you have not. Different vibe, but around the same time that I found Bee and Puppy Cat is when we were watching the Midnight Gospel. I remember watching a bit of that. I really enjoyed it. It's heavy as fuck, but it's really worth your time. If you don't remember too much of it, it's definitely worth a revisit. I really like that. That looks really gnarly. Very fleshy, very awful. Looks good. Looks good. It was interesting, but it was also what on at that time. Gotcha. Yeah, I had to put on at that time. No, I get that. I get that. Yeah, so if it's a bedtime, if it's a sleepy time show, that definitely changes the vibe. It's a heavy bedtime show. I'm getting too sleepy. I gotta take a break here. Oh yeah, I forgot I broke this leg. I'll have to fix that tomorrow. Yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. And I love cartoons. Yeah, me too. I love cartoons. I like cartoons and I like really spoopy stuff. Sometimes I like really spoopy cartoons. But yeah, our lunchtime show has been Inuyasha for a hot minute. It's good. I've enjoyed it. I've never watched it as far as we've gotten it. I only pretty much watched it and it will be for another hot minute. Oh yeah. It's gonna be for a hot minute. It's good. It's long. Gosh, it's pretty long. It is. We're like maybe halfway through, maybe. I only ever saw episodes on Adult Swim like late at night after like Bebop and stuff. Bebop. I'm gonna put these in a bag. But I think I am gonna stop here. I am sleepy, and I am afraid that I am just gonna start messing stuff up, which is pretty likely. The more sleepy I get. But I mean, honestly, looking at where the eyeballs and stuff are, this won't take too much longer. So we're really getting there. Just a little bit longer. I need to quit pretending like we're gonna finish it in like an hour. It's probably got a little bit more time, but not too much. Like we're really close. We should be painting sometime next week. That's for damn sure. Could get done quicker, but I really wanted to do all of it on stream. Also, I've got to clip that little. There we go. Got it. You thought that you were going to break on me and make me look like a goof. You didn't. Gosh. What do you do? Go to bed at 9 o'clock like an adult? No, I mean, probably 10. 10 o'clock is like typically when I get in bed. So like within an hour, I'll be asleep. I'm just a big old sleepy baby. I can't help it. I can't help it. But I think I'm probably going to head off here. Let's see. Thank you, Possum. Thank you, Mowgli. Thank you, Dark. Thank you, Fune. Fune? Fune. I believe it's Fune. I think that's everybody. Possum, Mowgli, Dark, Fune. Man, I'm gonna have to write that down. I believe it's Fune. That name really gets me. It's okay. I heard about 7 or 8. I get it. I forget your time, the time difference. But yes, I'm gonna go to bed. Spherical Vice weighs up to 1,500 grams. It weighs up to 1,500 grams. It doesn't weigh exactly 1,500 grams. Glams. Okay. All right. I'm heading off. Thank you for hanging out. Your time is the most valuable resource you have, and it means the world that you spend it with me. I will see you in the morning. Be good to yourself and to each other. Sit pretty. Take care, friends. I'll see you guys in the morning. Bye, friends. Thanks, Possum. Bye. Bye, friends. See you tomorrow. Bam.